Hey guys, Marrow back here, and I am on the Isle Goblin Island near the Sisters Camp, and I've got these two spawn camp here of these Isle Goblin Headhunters, um, and they are tough, but they're giving like 3, sometimes 4% XP per kill. I've just got to snare kite them and use my bow and some nukes to damage them down, and then bandage up sometimes, more often than not, at the end. It is a little scary because I have been getting quite a bit of lag lately. But besides that, it seems like a decent grind, especially with the outdoor XP thing going on right now. And I'm really so busy during the week. And this week in particular, I've got training during my lunchtime. So I don't get to take my usual 45-minute nap in the middle of the day. So I'm extra exhausted at night. So I'm not planning on doing any particularly long sessions throughout the week right now. But I still need to push to try to get to 30 on time. So I'm going to try to sneak in as much XP as I can get. Just camping out here. As soon as I log on, I can start killing. It doesn't seem like people are here very often, except, as you can see, this camp is split. I had it split with the mob on the left popped up, and a druid ran through and pulled my other mob, despite the fact I've been holding this camp down. So I went to kill another spawn that I knew would be blue. Just finished doing that, and as you can see, now the camp's not broken anymore. I probably should have just hung out here, I guess. So yeah, see, there he is. So I guess he's taking my camp. That's what it looks like. I mean, I was here first, but okay, well, he probably couldn't see me because he came from the other side, and I'm sitting over here, and I was sitting over here before as well, out of sight on this hill here. But, you know, we got track. I just found this camp. I didn't realize it was a spot that somebody was going to come grind. But it's nice because the closer to the center of the island you get, the more difficult it is to find plausible pulls. So this guy's just root rotting them because they get more dense and visibility is low. See, there we got a head hunter right there, or two. Maybe we could try one of them. Let's see what this Isle Goblin cons, though. He's light blue, so we have to kill him first. But let's just do that. Why not? But yeah, I don't know if you can tell the lag. I guess maybe if I click, you'd see it more clearly. But it's definitely an issue. But anyway, grinding it out as much as we can. This is the first time I've seen anyone else come here and fight me for my spawns. There was a guy over here on this part of the beach I'm on right now, killing what single spawns he could get his hands on when I first came here. But when I found that little camp over there, I was left alone, and I think that's because only like really druids and rangers could do it because we have harmony. So I think this guy was not a druid or ranger, so he liked this spot because there's a couple single spawns that he could pull. But it seems like he was red to me. This druid is red to me. So I suspect I'm a bit low for this spot. Like last level, some of these headhunters were white, so the ones that are blue are just one level under me, and that means still some of them are one level under me, and some are just 2 levels under me. So kind of pushing it to the limit. But then again, I like a good hard kill. That way you get a nice chunk of XP all in one go, and then you can just have a nice little med session and take care of something else or watch something. Kind of reminds me of my days soloing cleric. But see, we were able to take that light blue out fairly easily. We do want to make sure we heal up before we get into this. And I think I might want to do a fresh thistle coat as well as a fresh fire fist, of course. And why not just do a fresh J-boots? That's easy to do. And then one more heal, and I think we will be ready to go. Fire Fist to just give me a little extra attack. I'm not even sure if it's worth casting, but I figure why not use the resources I'm given. Couldn't hurt. It's hard to tell the difference though, I gotta be honest. But here we go. I'm gonna harmony these guys, and I'm hoping that if there are any others... How is he out of range? He's like right there. If there are any others, I hope the harmony hits them too. Which I think it should. Like if they're in aggro range, I'm pretty sure it will. Yeah, it looks like we got him single. Perfect. But the lag is really making my strategy difficult. It takes so long for him to shoot an arrow or cast a spell, and I'm trying to snare kite, you know? So it's really unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's try face tanking him for a second, see how it goes. We're in the lead so far, but I don't mind snare kiting and using the bow a bit because I am trying to level up my archery, which has fallen behind about 15 levels. It's, you know, it's high, but I haven't been using it much the last few levels, and it's suffered because of that. This seems to be an easier one, so I'm tempted to fight him and let him beat me down to low HP and then use my bind wound. But you get a little risky there when you do that. And look, with this lag, like I'm just trying to pull off a flame lick here. I don't know what's going on. You can see the casting bar at the top, and you don't hear anything for like the longest time. There we go. Alright, this is working out perfectly. We should probably nuke him once or twice. He should get us a little bit... Whoa, he just made some serious progress on us. Wow. Double hits for like 45. Ridiculous. Okay, well, what we're gonna do... Wow, he just ripped us apart all of a sudden. Like, out of nowhere. We were kicking his butt, and then it was just like... He ripped us apart. We are almost at the point where he won't even run when he's low HP now. Which would not be good. Oh, we don't want to... Oh, no. We are so close to getting an ad right now. Good, we did not get the ad. This is a risky nuke to pull off. Did it work? I don't know. Yes, it did. But we're not getting so lucky with the arrows at the moment. Which is unfortunate, because I could use that luck right now. I'm trying to get him to running... Now, I learned that on Quarm, you do not need line of sight for any casting, which helps with this beach, because then I can hit him with ignites when they're not in sight. He's almost running. I think one more arrow ought to do it. Let's hope it lands. There we go. Now I just need to land a couple melee hits to keep his HP low enough, and we got him. So that fight was going really well until, let's scroll up here, look at that. He just goes on a rampage on us. Double hit, 30-35, plus a couple other little hits in there. Double hit, 45-48, double hit, 35-38. Like, prior to that, look at how we were doing. Like, it's kind of tit for tat for the most part. And then he just started wailing on us. So these guys are a bit dangerous, and especially with lag. But yeah, this is just how the grind is going for me. Making up some extra efficiency with the bind wound. That's why I like to include enough melee to get my HP down to, like, right where it is about perfect. It's a little low even. 30% is the ideal thing to aim for. And that way I can recover a lot of HP using the bandages. Don't have to use as much mana on HP recovery. Still do enough melee to speed it up, because if I could technically, you know, arrow them down so much that they only get me down to like 70% HP, but that just takes so long, and it, you know, that you end up losing time just because it takes so long just to get the kill. You might as well have been meditating and healing. So I think this is really kind of the most efficient way. Do a good deal of snare kiting so that I don't have to heal in the middle of the fight, but also that not so much. Let the fight get me down to like 35, 35% HP. And that was actually a very efficient kill because I started out with the melee, so I only had to use one snare. I usually start out with the snare and the kite, but it might be better to start out with some melee and then snare kite in the middle, so that way only one snare is necessary. When I start out with the snare and I start out with the snare kiting, a second snare is necessary when they get to 20% HP to prevent them from running to friends for help. So yeah, this guy's been taking our spot here. Is that him? But I found another one. Not as good because we do have, see, this guy's already back up. We do have this IO goblin that spawns right at the base of the hill, and he is light blue, so he will get involved, unfortunately. But headhunters are a good 3% XP per kill, usually. I think I got a 4 jump. I could have sworn on one I got a 5 jump, which must have been like, he must have been the higher level headhunter, and I must have been really close to the next percent already. So, yeah, probably 3.5% is a good average to think that we're getting on these guys. Maybe 3.2% per kill. And what I also discovered is that Skin Like Wood increases your HP. That's my old HP buff, but it does not heal. So, but Skin Like Rock is different. Skin Like Rock is like the cleric HP buffs. It does give the HP that it adds, so it works as a heal when you need to rebuff, which has been really cool because it's kind of an expensive spell and it tends to fizzle a little bit. But now I can use it instead of a heal at the end of a fight. So let's say I only healed myself to 75%, met up my mana, then when I met it up, I'm ready to go. I rebuff Skin Like Rock and it heals me up to like 95%. So it works as a heal as well as refreshing the buff. So that's kind of a cool little. That adds a little bit of efficiency to it, and it's a good buff. The AC and the HP it adds is significantly better than the previous one. Again, Fire Fist 13 attack. You know, when your attack is already 530 something, I'm not sure how much 13 attack is doing. You know, but hey, why not? It's kind of cheap and it seems to be cast easy. It doesn't fizzle much. I don't know what skill it's using. And then Thistlecoat, you know, it does a bit of AC. It's not too expensive, and it's doing 1 damage to them every time they hit me. But if they hit me, like how many times are they hitting me? You know, like quite a bit, I think. So it could do anywhere from 20 to 30, 40 extra damage. I use Flame Lick. That's doing like 26 per cast. I use it twice per fight. So, you know, you add the 2 Flame Licks and the Thistlecoat, that's like 100 HP probably, which is not nothing, especially when the fights are as close as they have been. So that's the strategy we've been using thus far. Happy to burn some arrows. I have them, although I won't soon enough, and I have some more fleshing supplies. I should be able to pull a few more off. And then once that's done, I'll be down to just melee. But I really am thinking about moving on to, I'm thinking Mistmore, because the dock that I'm closest to will take me to Butcher Block, and I don't think there's any way for me to get on the other boat. I know some people know like a swim in the water trick, but from my experience, the course is different on Quarm than it would be on P99, and the swim on in the water trick would be a long swim to that boat, and I'd probably waste more time trying to swim out there and catch the boat than I would just taking the boat to BB and then waiting for it again to head to, or staying on it to go to Freeport. So since I do go to Butcher Block, I'm thinking why not just get off there and check out Mistmore. But again, I really am not, I don't have the play sessions on the weeknights. I have work 8 a.m. and sometimes I work until like 9 p.m. Plus I don't get my afternoon nap. So I usually don't get on until about 10, sometimes 10:15 or even 10:30, depending on how early the kids can get to bed, which depends on how much homework they did or didn't do earlier. So, yeah, when I get on at 10:30 and I kind of want to be to bed by 12:30, it's kind of better to just play for an hour and then spend some time with the wife watching a TV show or something. So I don't think I need to kill this light blue. Oh, look, they are so tough that I've already got both of them back up. See, I'm tempted to not try this right now because I'm hitting con, and it's really like, here, watch. Hitting con now. 1, 2. It's like a 2-second delay before the con pops up. That's really bad. Let's try it again on the headhunter. 1, 2. At least it's consistent, so I'm still gonna go for it. But it's a little worrisome, not gonna lie. Skin Like Rock's got 7 minutes. I think that's enough, but I think I will throw myself a heal, because these guys can beat the crap out of me, and a heal still doesn't put me at max. Gonna Harmony. This time we're gonna pull this guy on the right. It should make it easier to pull him away from his light blue buddy there. Now these shamans are green, so they should not get involved as far as I can tell. That seems to be the dynamics of it. Let's see if we can hit him with a snare. I know I said the better way is to engage first, but you know, sometimes they really kick my butt, and with the lag and the with the lag, sometimes I can't even pull the cast off for so long. I just would rather not take the risk while we have the lag. See, now I can't see him, so I was a little slow, but I should have hit the ignite sooner. Utilize that time casting. It's better if I have line of sight so I can shoot an arrow first and then cast and then shoot another arrow. That's really the way to go. But look at this lag. Like, it just makes it so much harder because I got to wait for that to kick in before I can fire the arrow. Like, I don't think I have to wait. Like, once the casting's finished, I think I can just run. I don't have to wait for it to actually happen. Once I see the bar finish, I think I'm good to just move without having to worry about it interrupting. But even so, I have to wait to fire the arrow. So it definitely slows me down, makes it more difficult. You see me dropping food. I bound forage to the same key that I also bound track to. I thought I should get it up. I think there's some quests and stuff that involve foraging in certain zones. And so I do want to be the jack of all trades ranger that every ranger probably should be. See, now we're getting to a good point where snare's going to wear off very soon. Flame Lick just wore off. We got him down to 60. This might be a good time. Yep, there goes the snare. Let's see if we can't finish him off with relative ease. Like, some of them don't beat me down as much. There's some level variance. I'm not sure if there's only 2 different levels or there's 3. Seems like 3, but I could have sworn it's probably 3. Usually in EverQuest it seems to be a 3-level variance for different mobs. But yeah. See, since I started with the snare, I'm gonna need another one, which I just threw on there. So that's a double snare cast. Whereas if I had done the meleeing first and then snare kited until he was at 20, I would only need 1 snare. So that would probably be slightly more efficient. But snare doesn't seem to cost that much mana anyway. And again, the lag is just making me not want to take the risk. Plus, this way, the snare is cast fresh, like right when they're about 30, 25, 30%. So if it does take me a while to kill them, I know they aren't moving. But that's not really an issue either. Not much money here, so I'm definitely losing money because the arrows I make are not cheap. But again, I made a good amount of money at the Sisters, so I'm not so concerned about that. Now you see Skin Like Rock's only got 3% left. We can just let it wear out. Like, I was thinking I should cast it before it runs out because that way it works like a heal, but it's still going to work like a heal. When it runs out, that extra HP will disappear. My HP percent will jump up, and then I cast it on myself again, and it'll stay up there. So I think it's better if you're going to med up, wait until you're done medding to throw the buffs on. Get them to last a little bit longer, you know? There's no reason not to. Okay, I'm gonna pause it during this med break here. Alright, usually I would like to med up until mana is closer to full, because I don't see any reason not to. Like, sometimes I would rush it at 60% and I get myself in trouble. And that just means you're going to deplete yourself completely and have to have a longer med break later. So it doesn't save you very much time. The positive side of doing that is you have a longer med break later. That means one solid chunk of time. But what I'm thinking is, well, assuming there's nothing else within aggro range, if I come and pull this guy now, I don't have to harmony. And yep, it looked like similar to the other camp of these guys. He was... I'm gonna try the face tank first method this time. He was only within aggro range of his partner, but I did pull one when I first came to the island. Oh, sorry, milkshake. Should have known. I just got to tell from Milkshake saying they liked my videos and they watched them at work, and I said, "Oh, thanks, man." And they're like, "Not a man, but no worries." I was like, "Oh yeah, Milkshake, should have known." Yeah, try that. Look at this. See, if I face tank them, they beat me. They win. I mean, I can try to race them with the nuking, but the problem is that slows down my melee. I would rather spend the mana that I'm going to spend nuking during the snare kiting. So the way to do it now, which is a little risky, but I'm going to try it. It's risky because of the lag that I'm getting. Would be to let them melee me down to about where as low as I want to go to take advantage of some bandaging, which is getting really close. And then cast the snare. Here is a good time to cast the snare. And now pick up the snare kite game. Get them down to running level. Like I did on the first mob that you probably saw. Now look, we might be low HP. Looks a little scary, but we got the mana. Right? We got the mana to nuke them down. Like, we're good. The snare is not going to wear off early. It's not going to get broken by nukes. We just have to be smart and stay away. And even without the arrows, we could nuke them the rest of the way to running distance. We are definitely nuking because we only want to cast the one snare. It's part of our little efficiency game we're playing. Oh, please tell me I did. I got lucky on that one. Got very lucky. I should have aggroed that guy. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe it's the lag. Sometimes there's some very rare instances where the lag saves your life. Here it is screwing me over because I can't fire an arrow because that nuke ain't launching yet. Now I'm tempted to not even cast the nuke. Just once again hope that I can. I'm gonna cast a flame lick and I hope I hit him with an arrow here that does decent damage. Nope, of course not. Alright, we're just gonna do an ignite. He resisted it. Alright. Luck upon luck, baby. Luck upon luck. I should go play some poker. I mean, I should go lose a bunch of money. That's how my luck is going right now. That is another hobby of mine. A game I actually like to recommend. It looks like my snare has worn off as well. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. Okay, well now what do we do? I'm really worried that if I get back into the face tank, he gets me down too low. Oh gosh. So I ended up having to cast another snare anyway, and he resisted that one. And now I don't even know what's going on. Right? Like, what the heck is this? And now he wants me again. And now he doesn't. Okay. And now he's swimming to his friends. And apparently, okay, yeah, he did. I thought the snare got resisted, but it was just lag showing him continuing to run. Well, I guess it's a good thing. I don't know if I told my viewers, but I don't think I did. I was cruising around and I ran into Beth. I was leaving the Lake Wraith and I was headed towards, I think, Freeport. I was on my way to meet Classic for our session at the Sisters. I was just going to get myself in position and then maybe look for gargoyles to kill, or I probably would have ended up killing these goblins. And I ran into Beth at the zone line of Wraith Mountains and Lake Wraith. Like, we were both running opposite directions. I was like, what are the odds? Because she's like one of the 5 people I have on my friends list. And I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, you're not here to kill birds. She was already a good few levels above me. She's 30 now. I think she was 29 at the time. Maybe 30. And she said she was going to get her fishbone earring in Quanos Hills. So, and she said, why don't you come with me? So I did, and I got it. So long story short, that's why I'm able to hang out underwater with this dude. And wow, isn't this ridiculous how long this is taking? I'm going to have to snare him again at this rate. I'm going to throw a nuke in here. I don't know what it is, if it's the underwater aspect, if it's the... Oh, my auto attack was off somehow. Okay. I'm not sure how that got turned off. I probably accidentally turned it off, I guess. That's a good guess. Another thing that's bad about the lag is it makes it much less viable to chase mobs, because you might think you're right behind the mob, but you're not really. So there we go. Not much money. I did get some rawhide. Last time I was here, I got like 3 pieces of rawhide. This time I've gotten none so far. So yeah, that was a bit of a cluster F, but we're alive and we got the XP. I think in this session we've gotten 15% or something. It's not horrible. If we keep, it's for me, it's a Tuesday night. So if I keep doing this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday 3 times, I should get to 26 by the weekend. Which means if I want to get legacy items, I got to get like a level a week. So this method is not going to cut it for pulling off getting legacy items. I am going to have to start pulling off some longer night sessions where I, where I actually go to a dungeon and get a group and put in like a good 2.5 hours, maybe even, really crank out like a whole level. I'm going to have to do that because I want to save an extra week worth of time to actually get the legacy items I'm after. So yeah, I'm gonna have to put that time in, but it just can't be this week because, like I said, I've got the extra training that's taking away my nap time, and I just started another extra class, and I gotta let my body get used to that. It's used to not working at that particular time of the day. So yeah, unfortunately, there are no holidays of any sort coming up at work, so I am not gonna get lucky in that way. But I'll have to pull a couple late nighters, take the hit on the wife aggro, but maybe later I can turn in some muffins and get that faction back and hit 30 and get some rubicite. What I want in order is guys. I want to be able to dark elf, and I've seen too many other dark elf rangers now, but I thought it was really cool to be able to turn into a dark elf ranger, and I still want to do that. Mana Stone, because Sendrith the cleric is coming back after this one, after Marrow here, and I want him to have a Mana Stone. And then a ruby breastplate would be next on the list, and maybe the rest of the set. So, but the first 2 are the ones I'll have to go out of my way to get. And I don't think it'll be that hard to get the guys. I think that's a pretty quick, easy drop. It's like you swoop in, you don't have to wait that long. But I'm wondering how long I'm gonna have to wait in line to get the Mana Stone, and then the rubicite. Also, I think has a long line, and I'm trying to think whether that line will be longer or shorter by the time it's getting close to the deadline, and I'm thinking it'll probably be longer. Probably people who are just trying to farm as many of the legacy items as possible, rushing alts, really coming in at the last minute there with their last alt, plus everyone else who, like me, is just finally getting there because of the deadline. It's probably going to be a huge bottleneck, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Someone in my guild is asking if anyone's selling any ranger gear, But it's time for me to log off right now if I'm gonna watch something with the wife, which I do want to do. I did all right. I was able to sneak in and get like 8 to 10% during my lunch break. Like I have 1 hour lunch. I come home and I can eat in like 15, 20 minutes. I'll get like 25, 30 minutes to play. I'm camped right here. So, I can just log on, kill 2 or 3, get like 8 to 9%. So I can add that to whatever 15, 20% I can make each evening. And I think I could pull off level 26, maybe even a good amount of percentage into 27 or towards 27 by the weekend. And then I think what I'm going to have to do is start sacrificing one of my weekend Xbox nights for this to make up the extra difference. Classic and I did last Sunday, his Sunday morning, my Sunday evening. Maybe I'll see if he wants to make that a weekly thing. That worked out really nicely. We could try to get the sisters and just rock the sisters. And if we can't get the sisters, maybe we come over here, kill some of these warriors, or we find somewhere else to go to a dungeon together or something. But maybe that'll be one of those nights where I push it and make up extra headway. But anyway, just wanted to show you a little camp that I'm working at here. Isle Goblin Headhunters, very close to the sisters camp. It's within sight of the dock. Right over there is the dock for the sisters camp you see in the horizon there. So when I'm not doing the sisters, which is pretty much never, because I don't want to kill my faction completely, but I'm gonna do it with Classic when we're back playing together. So I'm right here. In the meantime, I got a good level grind here, easy pulls, decent experience. It's working out pretty nicely. So I'm going to camp out now while I'm not yet full man on HP, but close. So the next time I come on, Marrow is ready to go. And call it an evening. Go spend some time with my significant other. Have a good one, you guys. Hope you enjoyed. There's the gargoyles over there. Peace and love.